It was a rainy Thanksgiving Eve in 1971. The weather was grim, with dark clouds looming over the airport, and the runway glistening with rain. Travelers hurried through the terminal, eager to reach their destinations and reunite with loved ones for the holiday. Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 was cruising at 30,000 feet. The aircraft, a Boeing 727, was on a routine flight from Portland to Seattle, a journey that should have been uneventful. The Boeing 727, bound for Seattle, was full of holiday travelers eager to get home. Families, business people, and students filled the seats, each with their own stories and plans for the long weekend. Among them, seated in 18C, was a man who called himself Dan Cooper. He was dressed in a dark suit, white shirt, and black tie, blending in seamlessly with the other passengers. He looked ordinary, but his intentions were anything but. Cooper exuded an air of calm confidence, a demeanor that belied the chaos he was about to unleash. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper passed a note to the stewardess. At first she thought it was just another lonely passenger trying to flirt, but when she read the note, her blood ran cold. It claimed he had a bomb. The note was succinct and terrifying, leaving no room for doubt about the seriousness of the threat. His demands were clear: $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. He specified the denominations of the bills and the type of parachutes, indicating he had planned this meticulously. Word of the hijacking quickly reached the cockpit and then the authorities on the ground. The pilots, seasoned professionals, maintained their composure as they relayed the hijackers' demands to air traffic control. Fear gripped the passengers and crew as the gravity of the situation sunk in. Whispers and worried glances spread through the cabin, but Cooper remained calm, almost detached. They were trapped in a metal tube, hurtling through the sky at the mercy of a man who seemed calm, determined, and utterly ruthless. The sense of helplessness was palpable, as they realized their fate was in the hands of a stranger with a bomb. The pilots, trained for emergencies, kept their cool. They followed protocol, communicating with the tower and trying to keep the situation under control. They followed Cooper's instructions carefully, hoping to buy time and ensure the safety of everyone on board. Every move was calculated, every word measured, as they tried to navigate the perilous situation. The FBI scrambled into action. Agents were briefed, plans were made, and resources were mobilized. The gravity of the situation demanded a swift and decisive response. Agents assembled at Seattle-Tacoma Airport, ready to negotiate with the hijacker and apprehend him upon landing. The airport buzzed with activity as law enforcement prepared for the high-stakes encounter. The stage was set for a high-stakes standoff, a drama that would unfold in the skies above the Pacific Northwest. The world watched and waited, as the fate of Flight 305 hung in the balance. D.B. Cooper, the name forever etched in the annals of criminal history, remains a phantom. On a cold November evening in 1971, he boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines flight from Portland to Seattle, carrying nothing but a briefcase and a quiet confidence that belied his true intentions. He had meticulously planned the hijacking, choosing a flight path, a time of day, and an aircraft that suited his plan. The Boeing 727, with its unique rear stairway, was perfect for his daring escape. As the plane cruised at 10,000 feet, Cooper handed a note to the flight attendant, revealing his intentions. He claimed to have a bomb and demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. He wore a dark suit and sunglasses, effectively masking his appearance. Cooper's instructions were precise. He wanted the money in a knapsack and the parachutes delivered to the plane upon landing in Seattle. He wanted unmarked bills in denominations of $20. The authorities complied, hoping to catch him off guard, but Cooper remained one step ahead. He demanded civilian parachutes, not military grade, indicating a familiarity with skydiving. This choice suggested he had a specific plan for his escape, one that required precision and expertise. The ransom amount, while significant, was not astronomically high, suggesting Cooper was motivated by more than just money. Perhaps it was the thrill of the heist, the challenge of outsmarting the authorities, or a deeper, more personal reason. He remained calm throughout the ordeal, even ordering drinks and smoking cigarettes. His composure under pressure was remarkable, adding to the enigma of his character. He spoke in a measured tone, never raising his voice yet commanding authority. The crew and passengers were both terrified and oddly reassured by his demeanor. His demeanor, a peculiar mix of politeness and menace, only added to the mystery surrounding him. To this day, D.B. Cooper's true identity and fate remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in aviation history. With the ransom and parachutes delivered, Cooper ordered the pilots to set course for Mexico City. He instructed them to fly at a low altitude and maintain a slow speed. These specific instructions were crucial to his escape plan, allowing for a parachute jump at a survivable height. As the plane flew over the dense forests of southwest Washington state, Cooper made his move. He lowered the rear stairs and, with the money strapped to his body, leaped into the darkness. The time was approximately 8:13 p.m. It was a daring escape, a leap into the unknown. The FBI launched a massive manhunt, the largest in U.S. history at the time. Agents descended upon the suspected drop zone, a vast and unforgiving wilderness. They were joined by local law enforcement, National Guard troops, and hundreds of volunteers. The terrain was treacherous, a labyrinth of towering trees, steep ravines, and fast-flowing rivers. The weather was abysmal, with heavy rain hampering search efforts. Despite the extensive search, Cooper had vanished. No trace of him, the parachute, or the money was found. Section 5 clues scattered in the wind. Years passed and the D.B. Cooper case grew colder. Still, the FBI refused to give up. The case, which had captured the imagination of the public and law enforcement alike, remained an enigma. Despite the passage of time, the determination to solve this mystery never waned. They pursued thousands of leads, but none panned out. There were a few tantalizing clues. Each lead, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, was meticulously followed. The agents combed through dense forests, interviewed countless witnesses, and analyzed every piece of evidence with the hope of finding that one breakthrough. In 1980, a young boy stumbled upon a rotting package containing $5,800 of the ransom money. This discovery was a significant moment in the investigation. The money, though deteriorated, was unmistakably linked to the infamous hijacking, reigniting interest and speculation about Cooper's fate. The discovery, made along the banks of the Columbia River, only deepened the mystery. How did the money end up there? Was it a sign that Cooper had perished in the wilderness, or had he deliberately left it behind to mislead investigators? These questions added layers of complexity to an already perplexing case. Cooper's black tie was found in the plane, providing a potential DNA sample. This piece of evidence was carefully preserved and analyzed. The tie, a seemingly mundane item, held the promise of unlocking the identity of the elusive hijacker. Forensic experts worked tirelessly, hoping that advances in technology would eventually reveal the secrets it held. The Boeing 727, after undergoing forensic examination, offered little in the way of hard evidence. Despite the thorough investigation, the plane yielded no definitive clues. The lack of concrete evidence was a source of frustration for the investigators, who had hoped the aircraft would provide more answers. The mystery of D.B. Cooper had become one of the most baffling unsolved cases in FBI history. The case file grew thicker with each passing year, filled with theories, dead ends, and unanswered questions. The legend of D.B. Cooper continued to captivate the public, a testament to the enduring allure of one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Section 6. Who was D.B. Cooper? Over the years, numerous theories have emerged about Cooper's true identity and fate. Some believe he was a seasoned skydiver, while others speculate he was an amateur who met a grisly end in the wilderness. Several individuals have been investigated as potential suspects. Richard McCoy, a Vietnam veteran and skydiving enthusiast, was considered a prime suspect due to his striking resemblance to the composite sketches and his subsequent involvement in a similar hijacking. Dwayne Weber, a man with a criminal past who claimed to be Cooper on his deathbed, provided details about the case that only the perpetrator could have known. Section 7. A cultural icon is born. Despite the lack of answers, D.B. Cooper's legend has only grown over time. He has become a folk hero to some, a symbol of daring and defiance against authority. His story has captivated the public imagination, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and even a Hollywood movie. The mystery of D.B. Cooper has become a cultural phenomenon, a tale whispered in bars and debated at dinner tables. He represents the ultimate unsolved mystery, a captivating enigma that continues to fascinate and intrigue. Section 8. The search continues. Advances in forensic science, particularly DNA technology, have breathed new life into the investigation. The FBI has re-examined the evidence, hoping to find a break in the case. They have compared DNA profiles from the tie and other recovered items against criminal databases, seeking a match. New leads continue to surface, keeping the case alive. Amateur sleuths, armed with information from declassified FBI files and online forums, are conducting their own investigations, hoping to crack the code that has eluded authorities for decades. Section 9. The mystery endures. The enduring fascination with the D.B. Cooper case lies in its simplicity and its insolvability. It is a story about a seemingly ordinary man who pulled off an extraordinary crime and then disappeared without a trace. The lack of answers only fuels our desire to know more. Did D.B. Cooper survive his daring escape? Or did he become another victim of the unforgiving wilderness? Until we have definitive answers, the mystery of D.B. Cooper will continue to grip our imaginations, reminding us that some secrets are destined to remain unsolved.